Will now come to order. Please pause for a moment of silent meditation. I will now call upon Councilman Ertel to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Everyone could just bear with me for one moment and I'm going to give you all an opportunity to soak in our transformation. These fancy screens up top. Unbelievable.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, I just want to apologize to the members that we're still out in this new system. So the audio for those of you who are participating virtually may not be perfect tonight, and we do apologize for that, but it's a bit of a work in progress, and we're getting there. So my apologies in advance.
No problem. I'm not sure that mic was on. Was it on? I'm not sure we heard you.
That's one of the bugs.
Okay. Okay.
You can hear me on the WebEx, but I don't really project as a normal mic.
Yes, Mr. Bostwick, loud and clear online.
Okay, great. Is there a motion to approve the journal for the meeting of September 18th? Second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. The journal is approved. Again, Councilman Crandall is joining us online. Bill 52-23 was passed by the council, returned unsigned by the county executive, and hereby enrolled. Mr. Secretary, will you now read all bills for introduction?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. First bill for introduction this evening is Bill 77, Current Expense Budget Assistance to Firefighters. Bill 78-23, Semi-Public Swimming Pools. Bill 79-23, sponsored by Councilman Ertel, Zoning Regulations, Uses Permitted CB Zone Community Building. And Bill 80-23, sponsored by Councilman Marks, Zoning Regulations, Community Building Use in the BL Zone.
Okay, we'll now first consider two appointment confirmations. Mr. Secretary, first item, please.
The first item, Mr. Chairman, is the county executive's nomination for reappointment to the Baltimore County Agricultural Preservation Advisory Board, Mr. Scott Welsh.
Mr. Welch? Not here. I believe we had some testimony from him during the work session. Are there any questions or comments from the members?
I'd like to move the nomination.
Been moved. Is there a second? Second. Been moved and seconded. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll on the reappointment.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Mr. Patoka?
Aye.
Mr. Young?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Aye.
Mr. Ertel?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
The ayes have it. The reappointment is confirmed. Next item, Mr. Secretary.
Next, Mr. Chairman, is the council's consideration of the nomination by the county executive for the appointment to the Baltimore County Agricultural Preservation Advisory Board, Joanna Winkler.
Yes, Ms. Joanna Winkler, are you here? Going once, going twice. Again, we had testimony from her during the work session. Are there any questions or comments from the members?
Move the nomination, please.
Been moved. I'll second it. It's been moved and seconded. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll on the appointment.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Catch,
Aye.
Mr. Young,
Aye.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Marks,
Aye.
Mr. Ertel,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall.
I read his lips.
Sorry, Mr. Chair. Aye.
Ayes have it. The appointment is confirmed. Next item, Mr. Secretary.
Next, Mr. Chairman, is the council's consideration of the nomination by the county executive for appointment to the Baltimore County Agricultural Preservation Advisory Board to serve as chair, Mr. Richard Bernstein.
Bernstein, like to come on up, take a stand, and again, reiterate some of the things you told us last week. That's right over there. Yes, Mr. Bernstein, we thank you for your willingness to serve. Do you mind telling us a little bit about yourself?
I'm Baltimore County resident all my life. Milford Mill Senior High School, Hopkins. Was in the investment business for a while with the old Alex Brown and Brown Advisory, and then began First Fruits Farm concurrently with that over 25 years ago. Christian ministry that often is the largest supplier to the Maryland Food Bank and a whole bunch of other ones in the region.
We thank you for your service, especially during the COVID, where you provide a lot of fruit and vegetables. And we appreciate you coming in today, and we know you came in right from work
I did indeed.
and went right back to
I'm
work.
going back out.
So that's good. We appreciate you being here. Are there any questions or comments from the members? Councilman Batok?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd just like to speak on Mr. Bernstein's behalf. I've known Richard for a long time, since we were in middle school together. Back then, they called it junior high, but always thought highly of Richard. He always, had a great, he did well in school, certainly, but then afterwards had a great career. And now he's working as with First Fruit Farms for the benefit of many county residents. So I'm pleased to see Mr. Bernstein being nominated, and pleased to support that nomination.
Thanks, Izzy.
Chairman,
Yes, Councilman.
to want to express my appreciation to Mr. Bernstein for all that he's done to support all the citizens of Baltimore County and his willingness to chair this particular board. You all know that we have reached over 70,000 acres land that is in preservation. I do have a little concern about you at the Sudbrook Junior High School.
I did indeed. Yeah,
Junior high school.
that's right.
Do you think that the councilman from the second district would have been able to get into Sudbrook if it had been a magnet school at the time?
I don't know. It's pretty tough with these things being academies. Now, I don't know if Izzy or I could have made the grade. Been tough.
I'm sure you both could have, but.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this, Councilman Catch, perhaps, I know Richard would have been able to get in. I know that I may not have been able to get in, but I will say the good news is my son was accepted to a magnet school in Baltimore County years ago. So if it didn't work out for me, it did work out for another generation of potential.
Amen.
That's a good thing.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
just wanted to say, I apologize if the two of you couldn't get in. I did get into Sudbrook as a magnet program, which was, I'm sure you would have been welcome there, but,
Okay.
my own assessment, but
Okay, good to hear.
Did you go there?
I did go to the magnet program at Sudbrook Magnet.
Or whether you chose that or Catonsville Middle or.
Just math and science magnet. I did great on the science part, so.
Chair, could I offer another observation from years gone by?
Sure, go right ahead.
So during the days pre-Sudbrook Magnet School, during our phys ed classes, Richard was an outstanding long-distance runner. We used to, 7/10 of a mile. We used to run 7/10 of a mile.
Yeah.
And Richard was always number one, and a guy named Drew Marshall was always number two, and I was always number three. And I tried so hard to move up to number two and
Is
move up to number one, but I could never could outrun you or Drew.
You probably would pull it off today. If you asked for a rematch, I'd be in rough shape, Izzy.
Yeah. It's on.
Okay.
Where were you running from?
From Mike Finifter, who's now Baltimore County Judge.
Yeah, Michael's in our class. Yeah. There's a whole bunch of.
Okay, with that, Mr. Chair, I yield the floor.
Oh, thank you. Are there any questions or additional comments from the members? Is there a motion to approve the confirmation?
I move the appointment of Richard Bernstein.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Patoka, Mr. Catch,
Aye.
Mr. Young.
Aye.
Mr. Ertel,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall,
Aye.
Mr. Marks.
Ayes have it. Congratulations, Mr. Bernstein.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for your service.
And invite all of you, if you haven't been up, to come pay us a visit.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
no problem. Thank you.
Head back out. Had about 300 school children showing up in the morning.
Thank you. We'll now move on to final reading and vote of bills. Mr. Secretary, first item, please.
First bill for consideration, Mr. Chairman, is Bill 55-23, Current Expense Budget NRPA Youth Mentoring Grant.
Okay. Director Bob Smith.
Good evening, Council Chair, members of the council. Recreation and Parks is requesting a supplemental appropriation in the amount of $50,000 to the FY24 budget to support the NRPA Youth Mentoring Program grant salary and supply costs. The National Recreation and Parks Association has awarded Baltimore County Recreation and Parks a $50,000 reimbursable grant to implement a youth mentoring program as part of our out-of-school time programming. The grant term is from July 1st, 2023 through September 2025. The funds will be used to hire a part-time youth mentoring program coordinator for 18 months. The coordinator will work with NRPA technical staff and department staff to design the program, develop policies and procedures, train BCRP staff, facilitate program implementation, and evaluate a youth mentoring program for youth ages 8 to 11. Our goal is to have the HEAL help, empower, advocate, and lead youth mentoring program up and running in a majority of our recreation facilities, totally managed by existing staff by September of 2025.
Thank you so much. Are there any questions or comments from the members? There an amendment?
Sir.
There is, Mr. Chairman, and members of the council. It's technical. The amendment would specify that the funds are derived from federal funds available to the county through the U.S. Department of Justice. And that's basically it. Instead of just funds, the amendment specifies federal funds from the U.S. DOJ.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve the amendment?
So moved.
Second. Been moved and seconded. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll on the amendment.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Catch,
Aye.
Mr. Marks,
Aye.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Ertel,
Aye.
Mr. Young,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall.
Aye.
Ayes have it. The amendment is approved. Any questions or comments from the members on Bill 55-23 as amended? There a motion to approve Bill 55-23 as amended?
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Marks.
Aye.
Mr. Ertel.
Aye.
Mr. Crandall,
Aye.
Mr. Young,
Aye.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Catch.
Ayes have it. Bill 55-23 as amended is passed. Mr. Secretary, next item, please. Thank you, Mr. Smith.
Next, Mr. Chairman, is Bill 56-22, cracking down on auto theft.
Arnold? How you doing, sir? Good, good.
Good evening, Chairman and the rest of the council. I'm here for a grant award of $528,000, which has been received by the Baltimore County Police Department from the Vehicle Theft Prevention Council of Maryland for the Baltimore County Regional Auto Theft Task Force's cracking down on auto theft reduction through analysis program. This is exceeding the approved fiscal 2024 appropriation of $450,000 by $78,000. This request is for council's approval to accept the additional $78,000 in funding. The Regional Auto Theft Task Force is a successful, well-planned and executed program to combat vehicle theft trends and suspected occurrences of organized vehicle theft and related crimes, rather than the isolated incidents of auto theft in the Baltimore region. Programs based on developing, analyzing, sharing crime data that drives comprehensive regional enforcement and crime prevention strategies. $78,000 supplemental appropriation will be used for the purchase of emergency light kits for the grant vehicles, laptop computers for the street squad, license plate readers, and ballistic vest funded by the program. And there is no matching county funds needed for this, sir.
Fantastic. That's what we like. Any questions or comments from the members? All right, Colonel, needless to say that, I don't know about the rest of my members, but we were sort of shocked at that chart, watching these car thefts go up like an airplane taking off from an airport.
Yes, several weeks ago. Yes.
But, we certainly wish you and your colleagues well and do all you can, because this is a very serious issue, especially to our most vulnerable people who can just barely afford to buy a car, who have who just have liability insurance. When their car is stolen or damaged, they're the ones who have to foot the bill.
Yes, sir.
So,
Mr. Chairman?
yes.
Yeah, just very quickly, do you have any projections with the two brands that are stolen most frequently? I mean, just about the only two brands. What percent of the people who own those brands do you expect to be able to get to?
I'm sorry, I'm not understanding the question.
So what I wanted, okay, you have there's programs out there to help people reprogramming.
Yes.
Cars, et cetera.
Yes, there's actually an event this
Right.
weekend.
So so is there a projection in there as to how much or the expected reduction in the theft of brands of cars?
No, I would not be able to project that. Again, it's on the vehicle owner to take it for the software upgrade.
Yeah, and of course, the chairman talked about those families that live paycheck to paycheck, and hopefully you're reaching out to them so they can take advantage of these programs as well.
Yes, the public information officer is sending that information out for an event that in Dundalk this weekend.
Good. Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Councilman Patoka?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good to see you, Colonel.
Two, sir.
So car thefts are just such an incredible problem now. Last week I was at the Pikesville Community Relations Council meeting, police district meeting, and when you were Commander of Pikesville, you may recall that 15 car thefts a month was probably the norm. It would spike up to maybe 25, maybe 30 in a really bad month. But last month we had 51 car thefts in that precinct, which is just a phenomenal number. It's almost double our high month from previous years. And, it's no fault to the police. I think they're doing the best job that they can, but it's just gotten to a level that I've never seen it before. Not only with the Hyundai and Kias, but also, believe it or not, I mean, from what I hear, and you can correct me on this because you have a greater knowledge base than I do, but we could take out Hondas and Kias, but it's my understanding that we could cut the stolen vehicle rate in half if people would simply not leave their keys in their car.
That is accurate.
Because I go to these Police Community Relations Council meetings, and so many times it's related to just user error, for lack of a better term.
Unlocked vehicles, keys, and key fobs left in them. Yes, sir.
And then key fobs also, if they're left if you take it into the house and you leave it too close to the vehicle, that vehicle can start one time.
Yes, I'm not sure of the distance and probably
Yeah.
make and model, but yeah.
If it's really close. Then the other thing that would prevent car theft, from what I understand, is if, and you don't see this very often, but a bit comical, if you have a manual transmission, a stick transmission, many times the car goes a few feet, but the theft is not complete because of many young people don't know how to drive a stick nowadays. So. But it's a real problem somehow, and this I think is a way to try to reduce that number. You know, this initiative and other initiatives, but you know, we've got to get that rate down to a much lower number. But thank you for the good work that you do, and that's almost a societal problem.
Thank you.
Any additional questions or comments? None? Motion to approve. Okay, it's been moved, seconded. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Young,
Aye.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Catch.
Aye.
Mr. Marks,
Aye.
Mr. Ertel,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Bill 56-23 is approved. Mr. Secretary, next item, please. Thank you, Colonel.
Thank you, sir.
Next, Mr. Chairman, is Bill 57-23, current expense budget, HIV prevention services.
Richardson, how are you doing?
Well,
Good.
good evening, Chairman Jones, members of the council. The administration is seeking your approval of a supplemental appropriation in the amount of $6,810 for HIV prevention services. This amount would go towards an increase in advertising and some salaries for our HIV prevention program. The program distributes flyers to clients and helps to provide details on our HIV prevention programs within the Baltimore County Department of Health.
Okay. Any questions or comments from the members? Motion to approve. Councilman Ertel is
Second.
moved and seconded. The Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Patoka, Mr. Catch.
Aye.
Mr. Marks,
Aye.
Mr. Ertel.
Aye.
Mr. Crandall,
Aye.
Mr. Young.
Ayes have it. Bill 57-23 is approved. Mr. Secretary, next item. Stand fast, Mr. Lawrence.
Next is Bill 58-23, current expense budget, sexually transmitted disease.
Okay. 5823 is the administration seeking approval of another supplemental appropriation in the amount of $93,968. The funding is going towards our sexually transmitted disease partner services program. This additional funding will be used to provide disease investigations to Baltimore County residents diagnosed with sexually transmitted infections. It's anticipated that the additional funding will be used to cover salaries, to perform disease investigation activities, to diagnose at risk of high at risk for sexually transmitted diseases, partner notification, and also to pay the salaries for one public health investigator. This program assists in notifying partners of possible exposure to an infection, and if indicated, link those contacts to the appropriate STI testing and treatment facilities.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from the members? Mr. Secretary, please call the roll. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Mr. Crandall,
I'm sorry, Tom, I had no audio there. Aye.
Mr. Young,
Aye.
Mr. Patoka.
Aye. The ayes have it. Bill 58-23 is passed. The Secretary, next item, please. Mr. Richardson, stand by.
Next, Mr. Chairman, is Bill 59-23, current expense budget, Ryan White Part B supplemental.
The administration is seeking your approval of a supplemental appropriation in the amount of $1,800,000 for our Ryan White Part B supplemental award. The Ryan White Part B helps with our HIV case management program. It provides a continuum of services that include medical and non-medical case management, emergency financial support services, and also eviction prevention, utility turnoff prevention, and medical transportation, food vouchers, and psychosocial support services throughout partnerships with community organizations and with state and local government agencies. The funds will be used to support a complex medical and psychiatric needs of Ryan White B eligible patients.
Thank you. Are there any questions or comments from Mr. Richardson? Hearing none, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll. Aye.
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 Mr. Young?
Aye.
Mr. Patoka?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Bill 59-23 is passed. Mr. Secretary, next item. Thank you, Mr. Richardson.
Next, Mr. Chairman and members of the council, Bill 60-23, current expense budget, senior care wait list.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the council. The administration is requesting approval to receive funds from the Maryland Department of Aging for the Senior Care Program waitlist. The funds will assist in the elimination of the waitlist of a program that provides gap-filling services for low-income older adults to avoid premature institutionalization. Services include home health care, medication assistance, medical supplies, and emergency response systems. The total grant is $741,446, and we expect to serve approximately 100 clients in FY24.
So much, Ms. Rowley. Any questions or comments from the members? Secretary, please call the roll on Bill 60-23.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Ertel?
Aye.
Randall?
Aye.
Mr. Young?
Aye.
Mr. Patoka?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye. Ayes have it. Bill 60-23 is passed. Mr. Secretary, next item, please.
Next is Bill 61-23, current expense budget, senior rides program.
The administration is requesting approval to receive funds from the Maryland Department of Transportation for the Maryland Senior Rides Program. These funds will assist in the expansion of a volunteer transportation service for low to moderate income older adults. Through our Home Team program, volunteers will provide door-to-door transportation for low-income seniors and 60 and older who have difficulty accessing or using other existing transportation services for doctor's appointments, grocery shopping, etc. The grant amount of $9,500 requires a 25% match of county dollars, making the grant total $11,875,000. The department will serve approximately 20 clients in FY24.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Rowley. I understand that there is an amendment.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. The amendment actually specifies what Ms. Riley just said, that the funds are being made available to the county through the Maryland Department of Transportation, and the amendment also specifies that there is a county match.
Okay, is there a motion to approve the amendment to Bill 61-23? I'll move it. Is there a second? Second. Moved and seconded. Mr. Secretary, please call a roll on the amendment to Bill 61-23.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Aye.
Mr. Young? Mr. Patoka?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Mr. Ertel?
Aye. The ayes have it. The amendment to Bill 61-23 is passed. Are there any questions, comments on Bill 61-23 as amended? Hearing none, I'll move Bill 61-23 as amended.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Young.
Aye.
Mr. Toka,
Aye.
Mr. Catch. Mr. Marks.
Aye.
Mr. Ertel.
Aye.
Mr. Crandall.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Bill 61-23 as amended is passed. Mr. Secretary, next bill, please.
Next is Bill 62-23, sponsored by Councilman Young, zoning regulations, signs, roof signs on a lean-to roof.
Councilman Young?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Council Bill 6223 is during the work session, amends the current regulation related to signs allowable on a lean-to roof. And based on my understanding, updates the law to allow for new restrictions. If somebody has a lean-to roof, can put a sign on it. So, is that favorable?
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Young.
Aye.
Mr. Catch.
Aye.
Mr. Marks. Mr. Ertel.
Aye.
Mr. Crandall.
Aye.
Mr. Patoka.
Aye. Ayes have it. Bill 61-23. Nope. Bill 62-23 is passed. Next item, Mr. Secretary.
Next, Mr. Chairman and members of the council, is Bill 63-23, sponsored by Councilman Catch. Building permits, notice of application for demolition permits.
Councilman Catch?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, I would move to delay the vote on this bill for, would it be 3 weeks instead of 2? That we have to skip a week there.
It would be 2 this time, to October the 6th. Oh, yeah, yes, to October the 16th.
It'll be 2. Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. The work session would be next week.
Next week, okay. So I'm working on the legislation, tried to come up with a compromise because we do have a problem with some of our historic buildings slipping through the cracks and no pun intended, and end up demolished. And they are buildings of historical significance. So I'd move that motion.
I'll second it. It's been moved and seconded. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll on the extension.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Catch.
Aye.
Mr. Ertel,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall,
Aye.
Mr. Young.
Aye.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Marks.
Aye.
Guys have it. The extension has been approved. Mr. Secretary, next item, please.
Next is Bill 64-23, sponsored by Councilman Marks, zoning regulations, school-related uses in the RC2 zone.
Councilman Marks?
Very much. As I mentioned at the work session, this legislation allows for expanded academic uses within RC2 agricultural zone upon approval by the administrative law judge and only as a special exception.
Thank you, Councilman Marks. I believe there is a friendly amendment that I proposed.
There is, Mr. Chairman, sponsored by Mr. Chairman, and this amendment would, in the bill where it states that schools, including schools for agricultural training, private preparatory schools, business or trade schools, conservatories, or colleges is permitted, this would also include and specify community colleges, universities, or institutes for continuing education. That would also be specified in the law. Another aspect to the amendment is at the end of paragraph 25, it states, and approved by the administrative law judge. That language is really a technical amendment that would be stricken due to the fact that the use is permitted only by special exception, which already contemplates a public hearing and approval before the administrative law judge.
Okay. I will approve the amendment. I'll make a motion to approve it.
Second it.
Been moved and seconded. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll on the amendment.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Marks, Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Catch.
Aye.
Mr. Ertel,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall,
Aye.
Mr. Young.
The ayes have it. The amendment to Bill 64-23 has passed. Are there any questions, comments from the members on Bill 64-23 as amended? Okay. Is there a motion to approve Bill 64-23 as amended?
Move it.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Marks, Mr. Ertel.
Aye.
Mr. Crandall,
Aye.
Mr. Young.
Aye.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Catch.
The ayes have it. Bill 64-23 as amended is passed. Mr. Secretary, next item, please.
Next is Bill 65-23, sponsored by Councilman Marks, zoning regulations, uses permitted in the CB zone.
Councilman Marks?
Very much. This bill permits certain uses in the community business zone on property located in the Honeygo Gateway Commercial Revitalization District.
Okay. Let me take a look. Is there an amendment?
There is, Mr. Chairman, offered by Councilman Marks. It is mostly a technical amendment in that the use permitted by the bill would allow uses permitted by special exception and as limited in the BL zone. And it just clarifies that although not required, additional vehicular access would be permitted through an adjacent DR zone.
Okay, are there any questions or comments?
I think,
Yes, go
I
ahead.
think the key language is here that it's an option.
Yes, not required.
Is there a motion to approve the amendment to Bill 65-23?
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll on the amendment to Bill 65-23.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Marks, Mr. Catch.
Aye.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Young.
Aye.
Mr. Ertel,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall.
Aye.
The ayes have it. The amendment to Bill 65-23 has passed. Any questions or comments on the bill as amended? A motion to approve Bill 65-23 as amended? Moved and seconded. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll on Bill 65-23 as amended.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Marks, Mr. Catch.
Aye.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Young.
Aye.
Mr. Crandall,
Aye.
Mr. Ertel.
Aye. The ayes have it. Bill 65-23 as amended has passed. Mr. Secretary, next item, please.
Next, Mr. Chairman, Bill 66-23, also sponsored by Councilman Marks, zoning regulations, changeable copy signs.
Okay, Councilman Marks?
Very much. This legislation prohibits certain types of signage within the area covered by the Kingsville Community Plan. You heard testimony during the work session from an officer in the Greater Kingsville Civic Association indicating support for this legislation.
Thank you very much. Any questions or comments from the members? Any amendments? No amendments? Is there a motion to approve? Second. Seconded. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall,
Aye.
Mr. Ertel,
Aye.
Mr. Marks, Mr. Catch.
Aye.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Young.
The ayes have it. Bill 31-23 is passed. No, Bill 66-23 is passed. Next item, Mr. Secretary.
Next, Mr. Chairman, would be the council's consideration of fiscal matters and contracts.
Okay. Council will now consider all fiscal matters. Extensive testimony was taken at the council's work session on September the 26th. The witnesses who testified at the work session is available to restate their testimony if needed. I'll now call upon the secretary to read the cover letter 1 through 4.
Mr. Chairman, fiscal matter 1 is an agreement with the U.S. Department of the Interior, U.S. Geological Survey. Fiscal matter 2 is an agreement with Procedural Network Solutions, LLC. Fiscal matter 3 is a contract with Advantage Conference and Expo, LLC. And fiscal matter 4 is a contract with Quadient Incorporated.
Thank you. Any comments or questions from the members? Is there a motion to approve fiscal matters 1 through 4?
I'll move it.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Mr. Secretary, please call a roll on fiscal matters 1 through 4.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Mr. Young?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Aye.
Mr. Ertel? Mr. Patoka?
Aye. The ayes have it. Fiscal matters 1 through 4 are approved. I had asked for fiscal matter 5 to be pulled and, not pulled, I'm sorry, separated. Better term. And I would like to ask Mr. Hickey to come up, answer a few questions for us so that we can vote on fiscal matter number 5.
And fiscal matter number 5, Mr. Chairman and members of the council, is the contract with Guidehouse Incorporated for strategic management consulting services.
Okay. Mr. Hickey, thank you so much. If you can just explain this one more time for us, we'll really appreciate it. And I certainly appreciate the time you spent with me talking about it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the council. Glad to be here tonight to walk through this. There were a number of really key questions about this, and I want to walk through it sort of from a different perspective to give you a sense of kind of where the decisioning on this was and why we feel that it's incredibly meaningful to the work moving forward. As you know, I had the honor of appearing in front of this council several times since my appointment, asking the council to appropriate tens of millions of dollars of external funds to help support our most vulnerable. What I'm here doing today with a request to approve $797,000 in ARP grant funding to go to this purpose is to help us bring in a team of experts that we feel are necessary to build an apparatus to attract new resources and to help us do the work that we have now found is necessary in the years to come, that we don't feel the capacity exists to do as well as it can be done with the team that we currently have. It started with a very simple issue. Several weeks ago, we learned that HUD was releasing an RFP, $85 million in total, $1 to $10 million per successful jurisdiction, incredibly competitive. The point of it all was to help address local impediments to meeting the housing need. This is similar language that was used in the VCA when it was signed back in 2016, but what didn't come with that was the strategic plan and the data-driven assessment that we should have done back then that wasn't done. We saw an opportunity to work on what was going to be a very difficult grant in a short amount of time, and after talking to several national groups, we settled upon one housing work group that had the national experts we thought could get us over the finish line on this. What we realized in the time that I've been at DHCD since we've been an agency is that there's two other areas desperately in need of attention as well. One, we operate one of the largest housing offices in the state of Maryland. Over 6,000 families depend on that office for their housing through our different voucher programs. To my knowledge, Director Reed can back me up on this, to my knowledge, we've never really done a full-bore deep dive assessment into the housing office, its policies, practices, efficiencies, compliance with federal rules, and more importantly, leveraging these resources to truly meet the needs of the most vulnerable in our county. Right now, a veteran experiencing homelessness may have to go through the entire Housing Choice Voucher waitlist program that currently has a 14-year wait and wait for us to get through thousands of other residents before we can get to that individual. It dramatically impacts our ability to use some of our vouchers for homeless families coming out of shelters to really drive this home. What this really requires, these aren't easy issues. These are negotiations with HUD. It's a completely new way of looking at how we develop our administrative plan, and that has to be done by an external organization. This is a group that has done work all around the country with housing offices, and we think that this is how we can really get to having a world-class voucher program with a top-notch commitment to customer service. The other area that we all feel very strongly about is that the money that we've been able to accrue through the pandemic that we're putting into housing resources, the dollars that were put into the budget originally before DHCD was an agency, the 30 million that was put into the budget as part of the VCA, most of this will be gone in the coming years if we do our job in the next several months. We will be hard pressed to meet the needs of the VCA in an environment where development is getting increasingly expensive and difficult. What we have learned, and I've spent countless hours with my team looking at this, what we've learned is that there are tools out there that are not being used by jurisdictions that could provide tens of millions of dollars to the county, not reliant upon taxpayer dollars, utilizing the private market space, utilizing state pension funds, utilizing credit enhancement programs that are being piloted around the country, but not here, and generally not on the East Coast. We want to get ahead of that. So there's 3 distinct projects here in play. One is we're basically bringing in a large team to devote all of our time for the next month to finishing this HUD grant. The second project is to do a deep dive over a 6-month period with an entire separate team of our entire voucher office for efficiency and enhanced resources. And third is to build out models that we can bring back to you and the community to invest more money in our housing development, particularly our most vulnerable, as the financial markets continue to be difficult. I apologize if the 6.5-year term became a distraction to this. It is my understanding that when we do an as-needed requirements contract, that's a typical procurement practice. But I can tell you now, we've deliberately set aside the money in our ARP funds based on what we think we can turn this into, tens of millions of dollars for our most vulnerable. I don't have additional projects teed up. It is not in our budget. If we were to do anything else under this agreement, we would need to do it through the budgeting process, I believe, and bring it back to the council. But again, we were following what is traditional when doing an on-call requirements contract, which I understand has been approved on other occasions. And again, I don't want that to be a distraction. If this grant is if we're not allowed to move forward, we're very likely to meet the needs under the VCA, going to be required to bring in other help in the future, but we won't have the ARP funding to support it. And I don't think that our team will be able to successfully compete for this grant without the help. So I appreciate your fiscal oversight role. I appreciate the questions you've reached out. I wanted you to hear directly why we feel this is so important, and I'm certainly open to whatever additional questions you would have. But I would ask for your consideration and support on moving this forward.
Okay, so are the ARP funding, can it be used for homeless shelters?
It's not an ineligible source. We do have separate funding set aside for homeless shelters. The challenge right now for the shelters that we operate and work with that meet code requirements and HUD-related outcomes, the challenge is when folks go to shelter, we don't have any way to move them out because we can't leverage our vouchers and our housing production resources. So folks become stuck and backed up in those shelters or choose not to use them. We do have other funds coming online from the state that can be used to strengthen and support our sheltering program, though, moving forward.
Okay, so I have a couple of shelters in my area, Hannah Moore, and they all do a wonderful job. You know, it's not my area, the east side, but we certainly know that they do a wonderful job. But I also have Ninth of Peace, which is a homeless shelter in my area. It's a small one. They like to consider themselves a little engine that can. But, you know, when you go there and, you know, it's not a big giant shelter, but there they are helping families, homeless families, somewhere around a number of 12 at a time. So it was very disappointing for me to hear them say that although they applied for funding, they have not received one penny from the county in 2 years. What they normally receive is $125,000 a year. And we, Baltimore County Department of Social Services, continue to send them families for help, to help. Yet, they don't have any money, and they literally told me today they want some help with me finding them a lawyer so they could possibly look at declaring bankruptcy and shutting down. So I guess I'm a little like perplexed when I have a group that are in my community that are working hard to help homeless people. And they normally get $125,000 a year. We haven't been able to give them money in 2 years. Yet we can find $780,000 to be more efficient or more effective or more whatever. I'm thinking, to me, spend the money where the rubber hits the road, where the people need the help and the resources. How do you respond to that? Help me figure this one out.
Well, you know, I take this all seriously. You know that we've been working to expand our ability to serve a wider array of service providers. We've doubled the amount of outreach in the county. We're going into another shelter RFP where any group is going to be able to apply to help administer the sheltering programs in the county. What I committed to you, and I tried to reach our homeless director, is on a well-needed vacation. We just turned in the largest federal ask ever from Baltimore County in the federal NOFO, which is what provides the resources, including an unprecedented increase in a request to HUD for DV sheltering and work with families. So again, bringing in resources. The issues that we've documented with Night of Peace, which I'm very familiar with their board and their staff, are related to specific things we need to work out with them. It's not a lack of money. It's a getting on the same page about the facilities, the program, and the compliance with new HUD sheltering regulations that, fortunately or not, we are bound to adhere to in this environment. You have my commitment, and not just them. There's a number of groups that came to us, new groups, existing groups, that we weren't able to fund the way we wanted to in the last round, that you have my personal commitment. We will sit down and create technical assistance and other pathways to figure out what those barriers are to see what we can overcome. But I wouldn't be able to fund them directly with all the money in the world, whether I do this or not, until we get through that. And what I can't do is give them long-term supports for those families to go into housing when they're, but I will personally work on this.
Okay. Any questions or comments from the members?
I have a question, Chair.
Councilman?
We had hired a consultant back in winter, which was $190,000 a year or something. It just seems like we, in this county, like to hire lots of consultants, and this contract, some person can make 300, and I get that, their experience, but $391 an hour to consult for us, that's $800,000 a year if they were paid full time. I understand that.
Sure.
What exactly are they doing for $391 an hour?
Sure. So I have my own thoughts on consultants in general. And if it weren't keep in mind, the housing work has to be done by an outside entity. Think of it as accreditation. Think of it as an efficiency audit, and think of it as somebody to help us negotiate more resources with HUD. The grant writing is the grant writing. It's just an incredibly complex grant that my team's working on a ton of other things, constituent related, every day. You can slice this a lot of ways. If you go into the breakdown, the $391 an hour is actually for the head of the consulting division, and I think they're built into this for 5 hours. The majority of the work is being done by a dozen folks making much less than that in the breakdown. We just have to list the range on the summary. So it looks different than it is. I don't think that person's going to do more than help finalize the work. The consultant that I think I'm just trying to go by memory, I think it was $150,000. The consultant we brought on before, very, very specific. So we have an underwriting team comprised of basically one person, Marcia Williams, who's been here for some time, who has to underwrite every single deal, not just the affordable housing deals, but the senior housing preservation deals and others. The work we're giving has been overwhelming. We used our limited ARP funding to bring on someone else. We had a, you know, we have to call it a consultant. They're not a full-time staff member. But until we knew what we didn't want to make an improper budget request until we knew what the need was going to be. So Mr. Rubin, who's a Towson resident, who is an expert in underwriting, has been backing up Marcia for the last several months, helping us get our work done. I don't think we've billed any close to that on the contract. But I understand how it looks when you start doing this. I've never brought another consultant practice here. If it weren't these three specific things, I wouldn't be doing it. But again, we weighed the need and what we can bring in because of this, and I see it as a true investment and a need.
Okay, are there any additional, thank you. You done, Councilman Noto? Okay. Any additional questions or comments from the members?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Councilman Bato?
So, Mr. Hickey, thank you for sending me those bullet points sending the council the bullet points that I had asked for. It's very helpful. It helped me kind of grasp your thinking and the administration's thinking on how we would use this. We'll just say 800,000 for ease of money, but and that's the first segment, which would be the ARPA funds. And the first question relates to after we finish this first 6 months and the next portion of the contract, the ARP dollars would not be here. And so would we then commit a similar level of funding in general fund or some other fund source because the ARP funds are no longer here?
So this isn't, and I want to emphasize this, that the work that's being done here, you know, the audit, you know, when you go out and you hire consultants and you have them tell you that you need other consultants and then you get other, that is not this. We expect, and I know many of you participated in the efficiency audit. I wish at the time we existed fully and we could have been a part of that. We could have tagged along to that much bigger efficiency process, but we weren't. And again, the housing office alone pushes out tens of millions of dollars a month in rent for 6,000 families. It's a tremendous economic business that has never truly been given a deep dive. That is a one-time piece. My assumption is the fixes that come into this after the fact, we can implement internally. The funding tools, once in place, can be operated by our staff. And of course, the grant is the grant. When we talked last week, I thought that there are maybe other grants that come up. And I don't want to make it sound like it's a perpetual plan. In fact, the county administrator has grant writers on staff that do general, not to this specific, that I think we could use once we get through this competition. So we do not have any funds budgeted for continuing or perpetuating these projects. We would have to put it into our budget ask, and I'd have to be sitting here looking at you saying we're trying to put this in now when I told you that we wouldn't. What we will do, if you remember, we built this department on the cusp of the pandemic, and we've essentially used COVID money to operate a heavy constituent focused department full of resources. We're working really hard now to figure out what real people and staff and training we need to run this on our own. That would be what I'd come back is, do we need an extra, asset manager to keep track of the units to make sure that truly needy people are living in them? And do we need to grow our homelessness team? These are part of the regular process. But again, we do not have any money set aside for perpetuating these projects. And to get that, I'd have to bring it back to you.
But we wouldn't be committed under contractual obligation to contract beyond the 6 months that is indicated here.
Not at all.
Okay. So that gives me a little bit of relief, but
not at all, sir.
I also wanted to ask about, part of the budget process, and I know Mr. Reed may not want to hear this, but the request is the first step of a budget process. And I don't mean this, I mean this out of respect, Mr. Reed, not about it. So, but sometimes to a budget office, agencies may be reluctant to make a request because it may not be heard. But I think it's important to make that request because without the request, no one knows that there's a need out there. And just from our brief discussion, to me, I heard that there was a need in underwriting. I know Marcia Williams. I know she's a really hard worker. And so if she's doing it by herself, it seems to me that maybe, and I don't know who Mr. Rubin is, but it sounds like he's been lending a hand. And, maybe if underwriting and other areas where you find that we're not as robust as we could be or we should be, then maybe we look at, and you're a new agency, and it's really difficult for new agencies to kind of get all of the pieces in place so that you have the infrastructure, the staffing infrastructure to do the kind of work that you're asked to do. And so, for agencies that have been historically in place, like a DPW or a police department that every jurisdiction has, they've already got their base staffing infrastructure in place, and there's tweaks done from year to year, but basically it's a modification from the previous year. For a new agency, you have to look at it more comprehensively, like, what do we really need to do to function? We didn't really have this because we borrowed this person that used to be in planning, but now is in Department of Housing, and this person who used to be in another agency, and we're kind of putting the pieces together. So I just wonder if there's an opportunity in all of this to look at what are the missing components, what are the staffing needs, and then how do we not only project that for this year, but maybe on a long, for 5 years out, what are our needs going to be as we proceed through the voluntary compliance agreement? Do we have the staffing to do it? And what are the things that will grow us into the next 5, 10, 15 years?
And you're a planner, sir, so you know it all starts with planning. And what we didn't have in the beginning, either with the VCA or any of this, was what's that true housing need? What's the true plan? Our data on homelessness is better than it has ever been in the county. We have a veteran by name list. I can name every veteran in the county right now that qualifies for permanent housing, whether we can get them the VASH voucher or not. The work we have done just to figure out the scope of the problem is incredible, which is why this next leap is so important for us. But I've committed to the AO that we will have a full plan, even if I feel strange bringing you a big ask, we will come to you with a plan for what we think the need shows. You know how constituent service this work is and how it impacts your constituents reaching out to you. We'll come to you with a plan that we think satisfies that need for the next several years and ask that you consider it. So yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Councilman Marks.
Mr. Hickey, looking at the word efficiency, I'm going to ask a question that probably would be on the minds of a universe of people who aren't receiving it, but questions that we get all the time from very skeptical people, having to do with those who are bad actors, people who receive assistance from us, and they're renting, and neighborhood has justifiable reason, yes, that steps be taken to end that assistance. Will the scope of this contract deal with the department in addressing those concerns? That's important to me.
Yep, I very much understand that. It starts, part of it is, are we properly staffed and trained to do the landlord and community engagement? Do we have the right staff in place? I'm glad you mentioned it because that came up several times in the Community Leaders Summit, and we agreed to go out to neighborhoods and do workshops on what the program requirements are and what people can look for and what they should be talking to us about. The depth of our integrity unit, are we in full compliance? And one of the things we've not been able to do are to map vouchers porting in from other areas that aren't Baltimore County vouchers, and how we get a better handle on our own data. So I think all of those are part of that, including, I think we have work to do on the customer service communication side as well, to be quite honest. And that's part of this as well. It's also, though, I would, on the other side, want to mention a big part of this is figuring out how we can leverage more of what they call boutique vouchers for veterans, children aging out of foster care, disabled residents, and the elderly, which right now we're dramatically underserved in what we ask for and what we administer. So, yeah, I would say that while we also build the resources on the other side.
So you promised me that will be part of a major focus here.
And we will come back with what those recommendations and observations from the team were. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any additional questions or comments? No? Okay. All right, if there's no additional questions, comments, is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
And approved. Is there a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll on fiscal matter number 5.
Mr. Jones,
Want to say yes in hopes that we get these other shelters fixed soon before they go out of business, because that's where the rubber hits the road. I understand we need administrative work. Understand we need to be effective and efficient, but we have people out there that need help. I'm going to say yes.
Mr. Young,
Yes.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Catch, Mr. Marks,
I vote aye, but this will address my concerns about the effectiveness of force grant.
Yes, sir.
Aye.
Mr. Ertel,
Reluctantly, aye.
Mr. Crandall.
No.
The ayes have it. Fiscal matter 5 is approved. We'll now consider the remainder of the miscellaneous business. Mr. Secretary, first item, please.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, before the council is Resolution 31-23, sponsored by Councilman Marks, to establish the Middle River Commercial Revitalization District.
Councilman Marks,
Very much, Mr. Chairman and colleagues, at the work session.
see if we can get this to work again. Go right ahead.
Right?
Yep, there you go.
Look how handsome.
Yes. Mr. Chairman and colleagues, at the work session on Tuesday, you heard testimony from Middle River's business and community leaders about the importance of this commercial revitalization district. Nearly every one of us on this dais has either created or modified commercial revitalization districts because we know they are effective tools in sparking improvements in our neighborhoods. Regarding some comments that have been made, I have worked to address concerns by removing the Lockheed Martin property from this proposed district, and that will be an amendment we'll consider first. I will not, however, support removing the Middle River Depot. According to the developer of this project, more than $4 million was incurred to comply with the fire department's requirements, that money that went above and beyond what the developer initially estimated. It is important for Baltimore County to send the message that we support the adaptive reuse of this aging historic structure in the heart of Middle River. With this amendment, which was developed based upon concerns that we heard on Tuesday and in subsequent days, I urge you to listen to Middle River's business and community advocates and to support this resolution. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Are there any questions or comments from the members?
Do we know if we're going to be looking at any kind of manufacturing opportunities here? Or is this just going to be strictly another retail thing?
So the
Absolutely, please.
depot is envisioned as a blend, I think, of traditional commercial functions, but also warehousing. I think the reason why we removed the Lockheed Martin property is because it does, I think, deserve that type of focus. It deserves a higher level type of use, in my opinion. And I think that's the opinion you also heard from some of the other stakeholders. That is a very unique property in Baltimore County. It was the heart of our aviation history, and I think by removing that, it gives us, it better positions us for future discussion.
I mean, are we just moving the Walmart from Carroll Island to the depot, and that's our big win down there?
No. In fact, I've heard conflicting statements about even if the Walmart is even moved. Not. But I do know that there's a thriving warehousing function that's occurring in the depot, and certainly I think this helps in the rest of the property. So to be blunt, I think Lockheed Martin is the real key to that corridor. By removing it from this district, we can we're better positioned to deal with it in the future.
Any additional questions or comments? Let me just, I'll add that, I appreciate your efforts, Councilman Marks. Clearly, so many times we work extremely hard at some of our corridors or parts of the county that have not received as much redevelopment as others. And the citizens really bear the brunt of it by having to travel further to shop and feeling that they have been left behind. So I certainly appreciate your efforts to do something. And we have limited tools. Sometimes I think we need more tools, but it is important that we use the tools that we have. So I'll be supportive of your resolution today. So are there any additional questions or comments from the members? Absolutely.
I also want to commend the administration. I don't know how many of you have been with Marcus Wang, the new director, in site visits, but he is an absolute breath of fresh air. The administration is laser focused on corridors like this. They're already, I think, working on things that will position all of our aging corridors, but I'm very impressed with the breadth of activity that's underway in Middle River. I just wanted to commend them. It's really been very refreshing to see what is being done in this area. Thank you.
Sure. So now getting back to let's start with the amendment. There's an amendment.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. The amendment would, as Mr. Marks indicated, would remove the reference in the resolution to the Lockheed Martin plant property at the bottom of page 1 of the resolution. It would also update the map, the Exhibit A map, to visually remove that area from the map as well.
Okay, and is there a motion to approve the amendment to Resolution 31-23 has been moved and seconded. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Marks? Mr. Ertel?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Aye.
Mr. Young?
Aye.
Mr. Patoka?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Ayes have it. Resolution 31-23, no, the amendment to Resolution 31-23 is passed. Any questions or comments on Resolution 31-23 as amended? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve Resolution 31-23 as amended? Moved.
Second.
Seconded. The Secretary, please call the roll on Resolution 31-23 as amended.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Marks? Mr. Crandall?
Aye.
Mr. Young? Mr. Ertel?
Aye.
Mr. Catch? Mr. Patoka?
Aye. Ayes have it. Resolution 31-23 as amended has passed. Mr. Secretary, is there any further business to come before the council?
We have one other matter just for introduction only this evening, Mr. Chairman. Resolution 32-23, sponsored by council members Patoka, Ertel, Marks, Young, Jones, and Catch. The creation of the Baltimore County Structure Review Work Group.
Okay, thank you. And let me also just take, Councilman Marks, I hope you don't mind, I'll just take an opportunity to thank members of your community that came out during the work session to testify in favor of the resolution. And you know, at least one or two of them actually came in, so we appreciate that.
Thank you.
Sure. Is there a motion to adjourn?
The title of that resolution, Baltimore County Council.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it should say Baltimore County Council Structure Review Work Group. Thank you, Mr. Marks.
No, big difference. Thank you for pointing that out, Councilman Marks.
The other one was a little broad.
Is there a motion to adjourn? Been moved. Is there a second? Been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. The meeting is adjourned. As is customary, anyone who is registered to speak online prior to the meeting is allowed 3 minutes. It's my understanding we do not have any speakers today. But I would just like to remind everyone, this is one of the few branches of government where we give everybody an opportunity. If you want to sign up and speak on any item of importance to you, you're welcome to come here or online. Speak to us, and we'll give you 3 minutes to say whatever's on your mind. So that's it. Any additional questions, comments for relief? That's it, everyone. We'll see you next week. God bless.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.